What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Shoot, eating and walking very well as part of my stroke recovery. Man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good and everything because, well, let me say something real quick. Before I get into all of that, because this could have been a rant, but one thing that's gotten on my nerves is Johnny come latelys. And a dear friend of mine, lady friend, said they probably just trolls who trying to tell me what to do to recover and shit. But they ain't know, they talking about, well, I ain't know you had a stroke. I ain't know this. I'm just finding out. I'm like, hold up. I said something back in October. I said I had a community post. I'll put a link to it in the description box. Back in October and everything. And, a lot of people knew, like, people who were, like, my serious supporters all knew and shit. You're late. And then on top of that, they be just throwing some shit out. Some motherfuckers just say, well, you do this, this, and this. And I'm like, well, hold up. Y'all telling me to do all this shit without knowing fully what's going on. And plus, it's kind of funny how, like, professionals had me doing something totally opposite. Like, one issue I had is you get some people, now, supposedly they didn't know I had a stroke, and they trying to say, well, you should do this, you should eat this, you should do this. It's like, hold up. First of all, I'm questioning who you are. I don't know you. I don't know you from Jack. And then I had one person tell me, now they saw this when I was like lost the, had the weight, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but lost all the weight, was real slim. And they trying to tell me all to do and say, well, don't trust doctors. And I was like, that's somebody trying to get me killed. Seriously. And I'm going to say this, anybody who come on here trying to say, oh, you should do this, this, and this, I don't even give a fuck what you say you are. You getting blocked. That's how annoyed I'm getting with that shit. That's how I'm annoyed. Because first of all, you late. And people who've been following me, the real riders, the real supporters, been following me from the get-go. And knew back in October what's up. Or at least were asking about it back in October. And then I went online, at least asking, damn, well, what happened to you? And everything. And somebody reached out to me. They were just like, oh, okay, you'll get better. But understand something. I already know, like, a lot of people who trying to say this and that, they on some bullshit, some gaslighting shit. So I was just like, man, I ain't rolling with y'all. I ain't listening because the shit's primarily physical. In fact, if you look up stroke recovery just on YouTube, you got the people doing physical shit because that's the primary thing a stroke will affect is your ability to move. In fact, shit that's fuck with your head and fuck with you there, those ain't actually the most prominent. Usually when you have a stroke, you're going to have some physical ailment or something. You're going to have physical shit. That's why like physical therapists, occupational therapists, and speech therapists are good. And with myself, my primary needs were physical therapy and speech therapy. Now, people be saying, well, eat this and eat this and eat this. Well, you still got to move around. You still got to do some movement and shit because that's the primary thing. And that's what's been really going good for me. Like, I couldn't eat. Like, a lot of people say, well, you had lost all that weight. Well, I said why I did. I had dysphagia. I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat from like, I ate some on October 15th, the day of the stroke, but October 16th, I couldn't eat anything. And then I say from October 16th through like the last week of January, first week of February, I couldn't eat anything. They actually did a barium test, which They actually x-ray and stuff trying to go down my throat. It wasn't going. Now, I did one recently, a few weeks ago. Everything was working all right, but that's after some serious speech therapy, you know? Because even, okay, I was at the hospital, speech therapy wasn't working. Was at the rehab center, speech therapy wasn't working. So I had to, the reason I lost the weight, because I was like, they had me on, I was being fed through a G-tube. I was being fed through a G-tube, and you know, that was the problem. That was the issue. Cause you're not going to eat as much. You ain't eating anything, literally. It wasn't no like anything inside or it was destroying everything. I wasn't eating. My ass was hungry. Shit. You know, that weight coming off. Shit, yeah. You just having just some liquid stuff going through a tube in your stomach. Yeah, you gonna lose weight too, motherfucker. Shit. It really ain't that deep. Seriously. Anybody would, and that's all it was. Because anything eternal, I ain't have any problems. Because one thing, during the whole time I was what the fuck? I gotta make sure. Oh, okay. During the whole time I was in the hospital, therapy center, at home. Shit. Just having some stuff going through the G-tubes. Shit. Yeah, you're gonna lose weight. And any seeming weakness is more from I was hungry. Cause yesterday when I was with my sons, we went to a local restaurant. My ass was eating a little extra. I was like, shit. Yeah, that's why I was putting on the weight. Ain't no like, wasn't no magic pill or anything. Can eat. Shit. Hell, I gotta get back in the cut mode. I say, like, I'm starting back in the gym good. I have to get in the cut mode and shit. Cause trust me, if all you doing is like, getting just some liquids and shit, trust me, you ain't gonna be the same thing. It ain't gonna be the same thing at all. It is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But starting to eat better now and everything. I can eat full meals, even drinking. Because I remember when I first started drinking, my throat started opening up. I could like take sips. Now I can gulp that shit down now. I ain't even noticed the shit at first. Because at first I had to be real conscious of it. But then I was, I don't know, it was like last week. I was drinking something. I was taking pills by mouth. Because there was a wide part I couldn't even take, even medicines I had to take. I couldn't take it by mouth. I could not take them by mouth. You know, and it's funny, people who didn't know anything or at least asked the question, what do you need? They just throwing some shit out. But shoot, I had to crush up the pills and shit just to get them down my G-tube. I had to crush them up. So it was just like, damn, y'all, what the fuck? But you get a bunch of people, they asking, don't know, ain't asking the questions, making assumptions, everything like that. No, I don't have patience for that shit. Because all I needed was that. And then the walking. It was just walking. It was just physical walking, physical therapy, physical walking. And you know something I noticed though, right? Because yesterday, because I've been told you, I remember at first I had to walk with a walker. But then I could use a cane, but I've been walking without that cane. In fact, going in the gym, I'll be walking in holding it on my shoulders and stuff. I was just like, hey, just got it just in case. But I remember I was walking around with my sons yesterday after we got that big old meal. I ain't gonna tell you where we ate because you know how some motherfuckers gonna be like, yeah, they think they tell you something. Well, you shouldn't eat that. You shouldn't eat that. You ain't a doctor, motherfucker. Don't worry about it. I'm worried about just eating. Shit. God damn. Yeah, I can eat. I can eat like some good food whenever. Shit, I need to eat. Period. I need to make sure I can do that. But yeah, anyway, right? Yeah, we were walking around. I noticed one thing extra. And I hit BGS up with this shit too. I said, man, how is it if I walk slow, I still got a bit of a balance issues, right? Still got a little bit of balance issue. Ain't falling or anything. But then, if I walk like Denzel, everything all right. I was like, damn, hold up. So I'm walking through the mall like Denzel. Man, I wish I could show y'all that shit. Y'all just watch any Denzel thing. I was walking like strong. You know, he got that little lope and everything. Got his arms swing. You know how he walk. I walk like Denzel. No problem. Now I walk all slow and shit like I'm trying to maintain balance. Problem. Walk like Denzel. No problem. I was like, shit. I hit up BGS about that. He said, yeah, you know, we be having that swag. I was like, damn. Hey, swag helps stroke victims. Tell some stuff that, yeah, I wish I was joking about that though. I'm laughing about it, but seriously, when I'm walking all slow, all careful and shit, still get a waddle here and there. Like I need to keep that cane on me. I walk like Denzel. Shit, everything all right. Yeah, but yeah, the walking's gone good too. Cause I remember, I still remember when I was at the rehab center. I felt those nurses got on my shit. Cause they heard me fall. They said I was trying to do something. Cause the rehab center, man, I was in a wheelchair a lot of the times. I had to work up to the walker. And then even when I got the walker, I had to, go around the whole center, but I had to stop, go through one section, stop in the chair, chill, go to another section, stop in the chair and chill. Now I'm walking around malls and stuff, walking to every place without anything. And it, like I said, it's funny, if I walk slow, I might get a waddle or something. If I walk like Denzel, shit. I was like, damn, imagine you going down the grocery aisle, Denzel walk. Like, damn, he looking like he going someplace. Oh, man. I'm going to tell you what, though, man. Because I say something, I said something earlier about some people don't know what really, they on some low-key trolling and gaslighting shit. Because when you, like I said, the main thing with the stroke with most people is just physical activity. They be having paralyzed shit, don't have the toe strength, or, don't have the same foot strength, problems waddling. In fact, my physical therapist, from when I was in the hospital, and he might be checking out this video, man. Yo, man, hit me up, man. He was doing a good job. Because I remember, like, in the hospital, on physical therapy, I had to have two strong young men walking beside me. I had to have a young lady, real pretty young lady. She had to walk behind me with a chair in case I fell back. But they saw that I would, they saw I was doing good because they said I was motivated. They could tell. They could tell I was motivated and shit. So, that walking, that was good. And I'm going to tell you what, being able to eat that large meal yesterday with no problems, because people got to realize, I'm going to tell you what, people take eating for granted. You take it for granted, you ain't thinking about it. But that shit, during the months I couldn't eat anything, I had to just go through the G2, man, that was some torture. And shit, man. I couldn't watch when my sons were over at the house, I couldn't watch them eat. That was fucking with me. They had to cook their own food and shit. I couldn't watch them eat. And then get on IG, half the day. You know what? I didn't realize how many food sites I follow. You find out all of a sudden you seeing like all this food. Seeing these big thick burgers, all of it, and I follow a lot of like vegan places too. You seeing all this food, I'm like, damn, I'm hungry. Then I gotta put these little cartons in me and shit. damn, that was tough. That was the toughest thing, just psychologically. I was like, damn. Now it's ironic. Now I can eat again. I can eat well again. Now I'll be looking at it as like, man, I don't want all that food. Shoot. Even with the weight thing, I'm gonna have to now. I can do some real weight loss because I'm gonna bulk for a little bit, a few weeks. I'm just gonna bulk, but then go into cut mode. It's ironic. Because where I was, I ain't going to get back to where I was totally. Because people don't realize right before the stroke, I was working on losing weight anyway. I dropped some weight anyway. I'll probably stay smaller. Easy to buy clothes, ironically. Ain't going to have a big ROM like where the... So, you know, my comfort zone is around 200. So I'm gonna stay in that range. I'm gonna stay in that range anyway, but you know, it's great to be able to, and it feels good. I'm gonna tell you what though, like the food piece, you take it for granted, but see, food is so much. It's more than just you eating. That's a culture thing, man. That's a culture thing. Because I remember, like, when I was at the rehab center during Thanksgiving, man. You know, they had, you know, most of the residents, you know, they had them in the main dining hall and everything. And shit, I had to sit in my room and read some books and watch some on TV and shit. Because I was hooked up into like IV. I was hooked up into something where it was just feeding the G2. I was like, I couldn't walk around with that shit or easily. You had to carry that shit along. Yeah, so trust me. Don't take that shit for granted eating. And, you know, but that's all it was. I really wasn't sick. Just, you know, you need the fuel. You need the fuel and everything. Everybody's saying, hey, Ron, yeah, you putting that weight back on. A brother can eat. A brother can eat. Because I look seriously emaciated before. Oh, and you know, like I said this before too. You had some dudes who be like, oh yeah, lose it. But the women saying, hey, you gotta get that weight back on. So which one do I pay attention to more? Because like I said, everybody's different. Everybody's different. I look healthiest. I need, like, healthy for me, that's the ASP shit. Alpha Showpiece thing. The Alpha Showpiece thing is about 200, so I'd rather be there. Just more comfortable. Always been more, I'm just more comfortable there. You know? But that's me, though. That's me, but yeah. Feeling real good, man. It feels good to be able to eat. Just eat. Just eat, you know? It feels good to be able to eat. Eat that food, the FOD. And then walk without having to use that damn cane. That cane was actually slowing me down, because even when I had the cane, I was getting to the point, I really wasn't, I'm going to be real though, with the cane, it was getting to the point I was just carrying it, man. I wasn't even when I would have it down, that'd just be easier than carrying it and shit, man. Oh, man. That'd just be easier than carrying it, but it wasn't the same. You know? It ain't the same thing. And for those who, I'm gonna be real, and like I said, if anybody come on here and try to say I should do this, this, and this, if it don't, I put it like this: if it don't involve some physical shit, you getting blocked. You know, if it does involve some physical shit, I might just delete the comment. Seriously, because you got a bunch of motherfuckers trying to you can tell after a while, man. I've been doing this online thing since the late 90s. Even, you know, you can tell when somebody trying to gaslight you. And they have you doing a bunch of shit. Want you to listen to them, you don't know them for jack. That's what killed me. It'd be somebody, see, ain't no way. If you ain't respond to me back in, like, let me see something. If you hadn't responded to me like back in like October, and like I said, I got a link. I have to give the date, give you the receipt. I told people, and a whole lot of people responded. And then I also had that first video I did back in December. If you ain't know it by then, I ain't fucking with your ass. Seriously, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Cause I'm like, well, damn. And you talking about you finding out late? That's a lot of time. October, November, December, January, February, and most of March. I don't have time for that shit. I don't trust people like that, man. Seriously. And you really cool with me. You got my number to text. That's one thing. Let me shout out people like BGS. BGS did something for me. In fact, I'll put a link to that in the description box. He did something. He did something for me, a tribute. So I don't want to hear some motherfucker late to it and not asking, thinking they gonna be telling me some shit. Fuck that. Seriously, fuck that. I don't trust your ass. I don't trust people. You know? And don't be like, I ain't that tight. You know? I ain't that tight. I don't trust motherfuckers. Don't be coming fake with me, man. Don't be faking. So, anyway. That's all I have for now, man. Get back with y'all. Peace.